episode, we want to do practical on AMI. So we want to see how we can actually create a good AMI. We call it golden AMI, or we bake AMI. Now, in a real organization, let's say Netflix or AWS, when their server, maybe their server get corrupted with maybe malware, or maybe their server fail, they don't fix that server again. They don't fix that server again. What they do is that they leave that server that has crashed, and they quickly what? They quickly relaunch a new one. You understand? They quickly what? Relaunch a new one by using their golden AMI. So what they always do is that they would have baked a particular AMI, that's Amazon machine image of their server, of the server that they are actually using to run their website or their application. They would have pre-baked, they would have pre-baked it. So if that web server fail, automatically they can easily what? Launch another new server from that pre-baked AMI that they have created. So that's why we call it what? We call it golden AMI. So golden AMI simply means that a particular AMI that they have configured all the settings, network settings is there, security is there, everything is there, all the things that they need to install, all the application that they need to install on it is already there. So they will just quickly launch a new server from it, and the application will keep running without any work, without any downtime. So that's what we call a golden AMI. So we are going to practicalize it now. So what I'm going to do first is that I'm going to quickly launch an EC2 server or a website. So let's go. I'm going to click on EC2. Then I'm going to click on launch. So let me call this one ABC websites. ABC websites server. So I'm going to select the operating system we are using, which is Linux. This one has been selected. So I'm going to leave all this one at default. Then keep here. I can decide to use keep here, or let me just go without keep here since I don't need to access the web server using SSH. So yeah, I'm going to select a security group. So for a web server, I'm going to create a particular, I'm going to allow HTTP traffic and HTTPS traffic. I'm going to allow that. So this is the EBS volume. I can leave that. That is enough just for practice. Then I'm going to go to the advanced setting. Under the setting, I can select some Hibernate behavior. I can enable Hibernate behavior, but I don't need that. I can put termination to be protected so that they won't be able to terminate it while it's working. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to now install the web server I actually want to put there. So I'm going to install ng server. So this is the configuration for Apache server. So let me install Apache server. So let me just copy this. So this is going to install Apache. The moment I click on launch, it's going to install my Apache web server along with it. So all the configuration, maybe there's another application that they want to launch or they want to install, or maybe Cowrie or any kind of thing that they want to install on this EC2 server. So they can put it here and they will launch it together. So now this is the bake. You understand? So this is the bake cake that I've made here. So I've created this EC2 server and I've put some applications, I've put some things on it. So that is what is happening here. So I'm going to click on launch. So I'm launching just one. So now you can see it has been launched already. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy the public IP address. So let me just follow this to open it. So you can see the Apache server we have launched. Now you can see that it's not open. So let me take this to HTTP. So you can see, welcome to my Apache web server. So you can see that our web server is actually working. So we assume that we have started using it. We are busy to launch our website. Our application is working. Everything is working fine. Abi? Good. So what we are not going to do now is that we are not going to go back to our EC2 instance. Go back to the instance. So you can see that this is it, ABC websites server. So for me to create the golden AMI from this web server is that I'm going to right click on this. Then I'm going to go to image and template. Then I'm going to click on create image. So I'm now going to give this image name. You can see. So I can call it golden AMI server. And see, so this one is what we use to launch a very a new EC2 server if the one we are using actually crash. We can write a description here. So just scroll down. There's no much setting I need to do on that. So you can see the same configuration, or if you like, you may change this one. So I'm going to click on create image. So now I've created what? I've created a new AMI. So what I'm going to do, if I look at this left hand side, now you can see, just scroll down a little bit. You can see under images, I have AMIs. So if I go to AMIs, I will surely see what I've created. So you can see my golden AMI server is there. You can see. Now I'm going to refresh until I see that it is actually running. So I want to see available. So until I see available here, that's when I'll be sure that yes, that's been fully created. So I'll keep refreshing till I see that. So we are going to assume that that particular EC2 web server that we created has crashed, or maybe it has been infected with what? With malware. So maybe it has been infected with malware, or maybe something has happened to it. It's no more working again. And we clearly need to what? To launch a new EC2 server. You understand? Instead of us to start creating new server and start configuring some things, setting up the network, setting up the security group, setting up a lot of things, installing a lot of application on it, and start doing that. That may take up maybe like 1 hour or 2 hours. So to do that, what we are going to do is that we are going to create a new server from here. We just quickly come to what? To the AMI here and quickly create a new EC2 server from here. So any EC2 server that we create from here is going to be pre-configured. It's going to have our spec. You understand? Our requirements is going to have it because we already have a big AMI image that we can launch an EC2 from. So that's what I'm going to do now. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm just going to like select this, then I'm going to launch instance from AMI. You can see it now. So click on this. So now you can see I want to create new EC2 server from this AMI. So it's going to have all the configuration that our EC2 server that is already on our application have. It's going to have everything in place. So there will be no difference in our application. So I can just say new web server from AMI. So I'm just using this so that we can understand. You can see. So everything is pre-configured. If you like, you can hook it here. If you like, you may not hook it here. You can see everything is pre-configured. And so I'm going to quickly go into the advanced details. So maybe I want to put maybe new server, or I want it to be to look different. I want this one to just look different. So let me just paste the. Let me just put this as well. Or let me change it. Welcome to my Apache new web server from AMI. So I'm going to launch it. So I've launched a new EC2 server. So I'm going to follow this IP address. So let me just follow the public IP address. So why the second one is not loading is because we actually did not set up what? HTTP and HTTP. So I'm going to quickly set that up in our security group. So let's just come down under the security, come back to this place. I forgot to do that. So I'm going to set up inbound. You can see in our inbound we really have what? We already have we already have this. So let me launch Visa 3. I'm going to set up inbound that will allow it to show the web page. So I'm going to configure this. So let me edit the inbound rule and allow. So let me add. This one should be for only my IP. Only my IP. And this one will be HTTP. I'm going to add both HTTP and HTTPS. Anybody can access it. Then this one is going to be HTTPS. Then anybody can access it as well. So I finished doing that. And see, I've set up. So if I go back and I refresh, so let me reload it. Now you can see now. Welcome to my Apache new web server from AMI. You can see it now. So this is the first one. You can see, and this is the second one. So you can see that this one is created from what? From the first EC2 server. So this one is a golden what? Is a golden EC2 server because it is created from what, from a running EC2 server AMI. So that's it. So that is that about that. I hope you like it. See you in my next video.